Hey, I'm Eric Haugen. There's my website, my Patreon, my Instagram, my Spotify artist page. Like my videos, subscribe to my channel. If you determine that this content is entertaining for you, it helps me when you do that. Today we're talking about slash chords. Not, not slash. I love Slash. Yeah. Well, he's not underrated. He's world famous, but misunderstood genius for sure. Anyway, slash chords. This is where are we at with, I don't even know what episode of Eric talking about the music theory that I think is actually useful. But what a slash chord is, just so you know, let's talk about it. Oh, let's take maybe the most common one. C/B, which means C chord. Here, I'll just do that. Oh, wait, here, let's put it over here. A C chord with a B in the bass. So if this is a C, oh, Lord, I hope it's in tune. C over B just means there's a C, there's a B. That's all slash chords are. There's a lot of confusion about them because it's like you see two capital letters and you go, what do you mean? Do you mean two chords at once? No, it means that chord with that note in the bass. So common, I think I played last week, Whiter Shade of Pale has a C, C over B, A minor 7, C over G, C chord, G in the bass. By the way, that picking pattern over here, I call this the piano pattern where you're like going bink, bink, two together, doot, doot. I think, here, let's go that way. Keeps going down to F, C over E, D minor, little walk, G, G over F, a C over E, and a D, G, I guess you call it G7. Anyway, I'm detouring already. Let's just focus. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to me. So again, if we want to think about chords and see that we know them, the way my brain works, I'm like, let's take things through caged, which means C shapes, A shapes, G shapes, E shapes, D shapes, because caged is the best way to sort all the shit out. So let's see, I was thinking there like, okay, C over B shows up a lot. Other slash chords that I see, not S-E-E, that I see built around a C. The other one that can confuse you a little bit would be G over B. It almost is the same, but in this scenario, there's the B again. Here's a G chord, although I think it's better to play it that way. It would be that, 2003. You see that all the time. Fleetwood Mac, Landslide. I hope I don't get a copyright strike playing this. Raise your hand if you're sick of that song. And I love Fleetwood Mac. Yeah. So, as a guitar teacher, certain songs don't sound like music anymore. They just sound like homework. It's a beautiful song too. I mean, it's a great song, but I've too many times, man. But there's that G over B. And so now, all right, those are two slash chords that are built off of a C that commonly appear. I think we'll talk about one more and then we'll keep going. All right, so then my brain goes A. What are some of the slash chords you see built off of A, Eric? Well, you'll oftentimes see an A over G sharp. There's your G sharp note. Which, yeah, it's an ugly chord. Slash chords exist as a way to kind of make progressions walk a little bit. They kind of, I argue, they come from piano, because piano is super easy to bash away over here and just change the note over there. Piano is the non-portable guitar, basically. They're definitely related, and there's a lot of crossover between the instruments, but piano can do stuff so much easier than guitar can. But it's not portable and it's not as cool looking. Although I kind of like guitars. Anyway, John Lennon, Instant Karma. A over G sharp, F sharp minor. by the way, that's also an interesting example of modal interchange. We'll do another video on that where it's key of A, 1, walk down 6, but then flat 6, flat 7, back to 1. Those are borrowed from the minor key. Detour. Use my little Josh Homme voicings there, also referencing other videos I've made. Let's also think about A minor. Just make sure that mic stays on me. A minor. Oh, let's stay Beatles. Sorry. Look at me. Of course I love the Beatles. Music teachers love the Beatles. While My Guitar Gently Weeps. A minor over G, or A minor 7 over G, which you could also argue is a C over G. We'll get to this one later. D7, but over F sharp, down to that F. Also, While My Guitar Gently Weeps is an interesting example of the verses in A minor, and then the chorus is A major. I think that has a slash chords on that E. All right, there's some examples of slash chords built off of A. And then we'll go on to some slash chords that occur around G. Yeah, as the weather changes, my guitars fight against me. All right, G. Freebird. Sus chords in there too. So G, you'll often see walk down chords. You'll either see a D over F sharp, which again, if this was a D chord, there's an F sharp note. You'll see that dude all the time. He's very useful. So yeah, G, D over F sharp. Here, let's just be silly. Put on some Walrus Audio harmonic tremolo. F, C. My mic moved. Okay, so I didn't think this through. Fun. All right, now the other one that you'll commonly see, I need a film crew, tape this down or something. The other one you'll commonly see is G over F sharp. You'll see that in Cranberries' Zombie. That's just pure, just a G. And you just do it. You just do it, and it's ugly. That just gives you that. You know, it's not a good chord by itself, but in the context, R.I.P. Dolores O'Riordan. Cranberries have more good songs than people realize. By the way, I was into that band. The C, G. Super cool. All right, so there are some sus chords built off of a G. Then, all right, E. This is a big deal. All right, listen. What do I like to say? Listen to the middle-aged hipster oracle. E over G sharp is a common chord. People, it shows up so much, and every time I teach a song that has it in it, I watch the eyes go, what? I know we don't want to accept that this is a common chord shape, but I'm here to tell you, yeah, it is, and you're going to use this shape a lot, because really it's the first inversion of this. 4th fret, mute it, 2nd fret, 4th fret. You know, sometimes I'll show up going E over F sharp, E over G sharp, A, let's do something weird, A over B, A over C sharp. We didn't talk about that one, but that one does show up. I was thinking of one example that has this chord in it would be in the refrain of the band The Weight, you know, and you put the load right on, you put the load right on, A, E over G sharp, F sharp, E, D, D. I gotta do that. I love the band. Duh. Again, look at me. Also, a lot of times this is just Eric Detour. I actually think of my right hand as Levon Helm. Like, Levon Helm to me is just the epitome of feel. The guy is just all feel. You know, he's got enough chops for sure, but damn, his feel is good. And so, like, when I think about how I'm grooving, I'm like, is this what Levon Helm would do? Is this Levon? I should get it, like, tattooed on my hand. That'd be funny. Anyway, what would Levon do? All right, now we've done C's, A's, G's, E's. Let's look at D's. I don't think I have an overdrive hooked up. Interesting. So, you know, the most common one that you'll see is that D over F sharp again. Examples that use that, AC/DC. Again, I hope they don't give me a copyright strike to play this. Uh-oh. Well, that's kind of loud. All right, I'm going to have to not put it in that pickup. The bridge pickup on this Telecaster, Tom Brantley Rewinds, my buddy. It's a spicy, spicy pickup. I'll stay in middle position. I remember I saw something on Instagram. Someone went, that's mean. That is funny though. Yes, the old delayed gratification. That's life, isn't it? And then the other one that I gotta point out that is also a common chord that people don't realize is common is D over A. D chord, A, you know, you could do that, but commonly you'll bring that F sharp out there. You know, I played Lawyers, Guns and Money in some demo I think I played it in like every demo. I love that Warren Zevon riff. Because it's super useful coming from A like this. I got a feeling. What's the pattern for that? I know it's Jack and Diane. I'm forgetting the exact. Must do that. John Cougar. Yeah, so what's that do? That's an E at this point over A. Starting to get into a sub-theory, which I'll have to do a video on called pedal point, where like you're just like, I'm just going to keep this the same and be like... What? G over A, because that's a G chord. I guess that counts as 1 too. The other D that you'll sometimes see, yeah, I know I'm all over the place. Minimally, you know, there's a lot of songs. There's a lot of chords. You will sometimes see a D over C sharp. And so this brings me to a point that sometimes to create slash chords, you have to accept that you will not be able to get all the notes in there. And it's okay to filter them out, because I think that's in Fire and Rain, James Taylor. Again, D over C sharp, B minor 7, E, A. James Taylor is from Carborough, North Carolina, along with Libba Cotton, freight train. And there's a little plaque downtown on the freight train tracks for Libba Cotton, and I'll have to go take a picture. There's a James Taylor bridge, but really it's just a highway overpass. It is the lamest dedication. I'm sure he knows about it and is like, that's pathetic. I gotta pull up a picture of that, the James Taylor overpass. Yeah, I have a soft spot for all that 70s soft rock stuff, specifically Jim Croce and Cat Stevens. Man, that stuff's great. Okay, homework, because I always like to give homework because I'm a teacher, would be to go back, common progressions. You know, I'm going to do minor keys today. In fact, yeah, let's do standard, slow the rate down. Say we had a 1-4-1-5 in A minor. Oh, sorry, let's do a 1-5-1-4. So that's A minor, E7, A minor, D minor. So this was a mistake wearing this shirt today. You live, you learn. But it's a good outfit. Look at the colors. So then I'm like, all right, though, can I make it so that these connect a little more cleanly in the bass? That's where slash chords come in handy. I'm going to do A minor. Let's put that E7 over the B. So that means we're going to stop our strum there. When we come back to A minor, let's put it over a C. And then go to that D minor. So now we have this ascending bass line. Now I'm going to put in an E sus4. Leave that alone. And watch, I'm going to make the D minor a minor 6. Look what I did there. Again, you know, that's my thing, is like encouraging y'all to, like, if you're making up loops or chord progressions or anything like that, don't go crazy adding chords left and right to try and create something unique. Shading, color, subtlety, a note here, a sus there, a 7 there, a 7 there, I swear, is the more classy way to sound unique. Because I know that in our desire to sound original, we'll be like, yeah, okay, I'll do A minor, then E7, then maybe a B flat, and then like an E flat major 7. Look, that's unique, but it's also ugly. It's an ugly surprise. I like subtlety. That, like, we don't have to go too crazy to make stuff pretty. Delicious. Yeah, that's cool. Let's do one more. We'll stay in A minor. I'm gonna leave the tremolo on. It sounds great. So I'm gonna put delay on too. Yeah, I've got my analog delay back out because I got mad at the TC Electronic flashback. It's tone suck. Which again, tone sucked, if you don't know what that is, it means like, you know, you got pedals on your board, sometimes without them being on, even if they're true bypass, you know, just the signal going through kind of robs you a little bit of your high end, which again, here's what I think about that. If the ultimate sound is good, then fuck it, it's fine. But sometimes you're like, that's too much. That's ruining my feel too much. So it's a moving target. I accept that by having pedals in my chain that I'm, you know, it's not as pure as going straight into the amp. Anyway, the Andalusian cadence in A minor, down to G, down to F, down to E7. Again, I put a sus4 in there because they're cool. All right, though, so that has a descending bass line originally. What if I want the bass line to go up? Let's see, I could do A minor. I could do G over B, F over C, and I could actually put this E7 over D. Let's listen again. Cool. That's all we got to talk about for today. So your homework is, yeah, obviously practice these chords and be aware of them. But you can go back to standard progressions and see if you can find another way to connect your chords. Think like a piano player. That's really what this comes from. Thank you to everybody who supports me in all the ways that you do. Supporting me on Patreon, buying my PDF downloads, clicking like and subscribe, because that stuff all counts. It's all algorithm relevancy. The more we click, the more you engage positively. It helps me out. That means I can pay my rent and eat, because yeah, you know, I don't put ads on my channels because it's some kind of dumb ethical stance. I'm like, yeah, look at me, like by doing that I don't know how much money I'm throwing away. It's hard to know, is you actually can't really research it. So I'm like, well, I'm doing okay, doing all right. I'll be back next week with I don't know what, but something. I always got ideas floating around old Duder's head. And yeah, that's all. Oh wait, didn't say my catchphrase. As Bill and Ted would say, be excellent to each other. That includes yourself. I'll be back next Friday, hopefully. Happy Friday, eat pizza. Did I do that right? It doesn't matter. This is the end of the video. Only like, you know, a small portion of people watch these. Thanks, you're cool.